Hello, in this video I'm just going to be running you through basics of helicopter flight and basically how to be a good pilot and avoid crashing. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is reassign your helicopter controls so they are easy for you. As you can see, I've just reassigned my decrease and increase thrust with W and S. So it's the same as most of the games. Left and right turn, A and D, and I've also got bank, left and right as my mouse. And a useful tip here is I'd recommend setting your left and right pedals as something you can easily use because they really do help. Okay, after you've reassigned your controls so they're comfortable for you, the first thing you want to do is climb to a certain height. This height should be comfortable for you. So I've climbed to about 43 altitude here. This is a relatively safe flight, as you can see. Plenty of trees, and I'm not miles in the air. Eventually, once you get comfortable with helicopter controls, you may feel that you can push yourself further. The lower you get, the better, because you're less likely to get hit by enemy missiles. Just bear that in mind. Maintaining speed. This may seem second nature, but for those that are still not sure, all you want to do is just tilt the helicopter forward enough so you're accelerating, but you're not diving. Now for more advanced pilots, keeping speed and keeping a low altitude is fairly risky, because if you don't know the helicopter very well and you accidentally pitch too far forward, you're going to dive into a building or something like that. So what you want to do is begin quite high, give yourself some room for error. Everyone makes mistakes, and just get the hang of a helicopter basically. The Black Hawk is a nice all-rounder. The Chinook is nice, I like it, but a lot of people find it very kind of dull. It doesn't really respond that well. But anyway, that's how to maintain speed. Okay, another key skill of learning to fly a helicopter is know the map. I'm just going to run you through a few map basics here. If you zoom in, these lines running along here and here, they represent hills. Ideally you want to find a route which has two hills on either side, so you can fly through the valley in the middle of the hills. What this will do is it will provide you cover from both sides. This is an excellent example of a valley. As you can see, when the lines get closer together, the steeper the hill. And you can tell when you've hit the middle of the valley because the lines get wider apart, which means it's relatively flat. And of course this comes in useful for choosing your LZ as well. But we'll come to that later in the video. So I'm just going to show you quickly. I've found my route here. What I'm going to do, plot my LZ here by double clicking on the map, and shift and click to give myself a waypoint. So using the route I've just plotted on my map, I'm going to fly safely through the map. Yeah, I'm just going to show you how to make a LZ basically. LZ includes quite a lot of points. I'm just going to run you through them now. So first thing you want to do is just bring up your map. I'm going to choose somewhere near Berezino, because why not? And first thing you want to do is choose somewhere at least 500 meters away from the LZ. Now, 500 meters is the minimum. You go back further if you can. So, now you just want to choose somewhere that's flat and has tree cover. You see this green represents tree cover, so that's not a problem here. Now, to find somewhere flat, you just want to zoom in a bit and find somewhere with good contours. And what I mean by good contours is contours that are quite spaced apart. As you know, closer the contours are lines on the map, by the way. Closer the lines on the map, the steeper the hill. So the further away they are from each other, the better. So I'm just going to select one here on the road. Roads are generally a safe LZ. So as we did before, remember to just choose your route wisely by using valleys and hills, and you can see how what I'm telling you here will eventually add up to you being an effective pilot. So I'm just going to choose a route that has a lot of valleys, and remember, if you're the one flying, you're responsible. And that's in more than one way. If you die, then everyone else dies, and you get blamed for it. So take the route that you need. Don't listen to anyone moaning. If it's a long roundabout route, it's better that than flying high, or just flying straight there and getting shot down. As you can see, I'm just taking the most covered route possible by using valleys I've spotted on the map. And I'm going backwards and forwards a bit, but hey, you're a pilot, it's your job to fly, so fly. You know, what's the point in cutting it short and making your job faster? Because you're just going to be sat about for another 10 minutes while you wait for people to finish their AO. So you may as well take advantage and keep everyone safe. And I'm just going to land here, so safe and sound. Right, now we're on to landing. Landing is probably the hardest part, technically, of flying. So, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to approach this LZ as you would. You can see I've marked myself a waypoint, so I know how far it is. And once I reach about 1 kilometre, I'm just going to pull back a bit and slow myself down. And to avoid going up in the air when I pull back, I'm going to hold down the decrease thrust button. As you can see, this will bring me to a nice slow stop, and I have a lot of control about where I land now. Which is always a good thing. You may find that your LZ you've selected may have a lot of hay bales on it, for example, same as mine. So all you want is to be very slow and controlled when you're coming in. And that's that. But when you're taking off, you just want to take the same route back as you took in. This will minimise the chances of running into any enemy convoys, and it looks cool too. So I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. There's just one more thing I want to show you, and that's the importance of the pedals. Okay, you may remember earlier I asked you to reassign your helicopter controls because the left and right pedals are very important. Let me show you why. Okay, see that pond there? I want to land at that pond. If I just use my pitch, I'm going to be swinging around without much control. Yeah, and if I'm low when I'm doing this, I may clip a tree and blow up. Okay, so that's not very effective. Now if I use my pedals, the thing to note is, see, I'm using my pedal there. It literally rotates the helicopter. So see that pond? I'm going to use my pedals this time. By using the pedals and the mouse, you can maintain a much more gradual approach. As you can see, that was much smoother and nicer. So thank you for watching. I hope you find this useful and interesting as well. If you got any comments to post, anything I've missed, or anything you want me to elaborate on, feel free. I'll be honoured. And I'll see you in the battlefield.